Hey kids, so I posted on Facebook that I was going to have a new video out this evening with the new additions to Grandpa's farm. I got some chickens and some baby ducks, and I shot some footage of them and did a little intro. The only problem is the heat lamps that I had, the lamp holders, the aluminum ceramic holders. I bought one new one because I had 3 old ones. I figured, well, that'll take care of it, right? Well, apparently when I went to dig out the 3 old ones, 2 of them no longer have the aluminum threaded insert that the bulb threads into them anymore. And the one that did have that had a broken wire in it, in a spot that was just going to be very difficult to fix. I guess I could have cut the cord off of it and taken the cord off of another one, found my soldering stuff, which is somewhere buried in the collapsed greenhouse, if it's still there, and anyhow. So I'm making a mad dash down to Wasilla and back for another heat lamp. My poor duckies are cold. So hopefully they'll hold on long enough for me to make the 100-mile round trip. Doing 70 miles an hour, so it shouldn't take me too long, but gonna bang down to Home Depot. I think I'll buy 3 or 4 new ones, so I've got some inventory, and then bounce back up to the cabin and get the heat lamp on the ducks. I had the heat lamp that was on the chickens. It's working, the new one. I set it on the ducks for a while, kind of warmed them up and dried them off a little bit. Typical ducks, they got in their water. But right now they're probably getting wet and cold again as we speak. So, you know, that's farming. You do the best you can with what you got. And I thought I had 3 extra lamp holders, but apparently we were saving old broken ones. I don't know why we would save old broken ones, but you know, that's what happens when you have teenagers in your life. They instead of throwing them in the garbage and getting rid of them, or, you know, like I would do, I would cut the cords off of them. If the cords were any good, I would disassemble the ceramic part if it was any good. So I've got spares. Clean up the aluminum bell if it was okay, you know, but no, these were broken and left out in the weather over the winter or 2 maybe, I don't know. Anyhow, so I'm making a mad dash. The duckies are really cute. They're the Swedish, so they're like a white pecan. They're a white duck, yellow skinned, good meat bird, good laying bird, but they're the Swedish, which means they have this little pompadom on the top of their head, this little white poofy yarmulke hat sort of thing on top of their head, which gives them a kind of a weird, funny look. But you know, we'll see. We're gonna see how they're doing. I'm gonna try a couple of different types of waterfowl, or different ducks this year. We're gonna get maybe a couple of 3 different breeds of geese, so we can, you know, talk about and look at the behaviors of the different geese that there are. You know, the crested, the Emden geese from Germany, the Chinese geese, the big grays. So we're gonna get, you know, 1 or 2, maybe a breeding pair of each of them, so we can see how they do. A couple different turkeys, so we can monitor those and see how they do. A couple different varieties of ducks. I'd like to get, now that I've got these Swedish, I want to get some of the khaki Campbells, which are excellent layers. Some white pecans, which are good meat birds. And, you know, we're going to let them go head to head and see how they do for laying and what have you. Because, you know, I'm interested in a general farmyard duck that not only can provide some good food for us, good roast duck, oh, crispy duck skin, oh my gosh, rendered duck lard, oh gosh, the good stuff in life, I'm telling you. But anyhow, not only do I want that, but I also want duck eggs, because duck eggs are phenomenal to eat. They make a great breakfast egg, and they're a little, you know, they seem a little richer maybe. And I understand a lot of bakers prefer a duck egg over a chicken egg for their baking. The yolks are a bit larger, proportionate to the white, a bit more yellow, which helps with the color of the final product when they're baking some breads using duck eggs instead of chicken eggs. So so anyhow, and we're going to try a couple different chicken breeds, and you know, we're going to just play with them this year and see what we like and what we don't like, and talk about the different breeds, and you know, just have some fun with it. You know, just have some fun with it. You know, this isn't $1 million stuff. This isn't you know, this isn't an expensive, you know, rich man's kind of hobby thing to do, to muck around with. You know, you can order a few of any variety of about any poultry in the world for 30 bucks. So, you know, why not? Why not try different things and get out of your comfort zone? You know, my comfort zone is, boy, you know, I was raised in Ohio. We had Plymouth Rocks, we had White Rocks, we had Rhode Island Reds. I mean, that's what I remember as a child. Up here in Alaska, I have found that the Wyandottes do well because they're a rose cone, so they're you know, points sticking up on their head don't freeze and break off. But we're going to try some different things and see how they do. So, anyhow, making a bad dash down to the Lowe's to get some heat lamp holders. I'm not going to have the big video up tonight. I will try to have it up, and I'll upload it tomorrow night. So, I guess that's it from the road. Here I am. You can see a little bit of the road in front of me and behind me. Oh, here in Alaska, this is the Parks Highway. This is the main road that runs from Fairbanks to Anchorage. Now, I'll grant you, it is 8 o'clock at night, but I want you to notice that I can see way back there behind me one vehicle, and all the way up there making the curve, there's one vehicle that's going my direction, and I see one car coming at me, and it is that far away still. One thing I do love about Alaska is that we are not in a high traffic environment. You know, this is the major highway. This is the big interstate here in Alaska. This is the, you know, this is the I-5. This is the Long Island Expressway. You know, this is the DuPont Circle. This is, you know, this is the main artery between Fairbanks and Anchorage, which are the two largest cities in Alaska. So you would think this road would be, you know, chock full of traffic. And today is the 25th day of May, Wednesday, 8 o'clock at night now. And, you know, there went another car, just went by me. So right now, looking in my rearview mirror, I can see I've got two cars now following me way back there, about a half mile back. I've got one car that I saw going north, I'm heading south, and I can see one car about a half mile ahead of me heading south. And that's all she wrote, folks. I mean, I can drive all over the road, and there's nobody out here to be bothered with. Do got to keep a keen eye out for mooses, however. But anyhow, this is getting long. I know I'm bored because I'm just driving down the road here. More later. We'll have a big video up tomorrow. It's going to be a big long one, like 35 minutes maybe. Big long one. So check that out, and we'll catch you. This is Grandpa's Farm. Please like, subscribe, and all that kind of fun, happy, you know, horse hooky. And we'll catch you tomorrow.